Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Ask Leah. Tonight's question is one I hear really often in my workshop, so I'm so glad it was asked so that I can share my advice with you. The question was this: how can I get better at taking and accepting compliments? Because I'm rubbish at it. This person said to me, people compliment me about my work or a job I've done or in my personal life, maybe an outfit I'm wearing or, something positive. And I talk myself down. I diminish it. I get embarrassed. I don't want people to think that I'm big noting myself. So I talk myself down by saying, oh, it was nothing, or, oh, gee, I've still got 10 kilos to lose, or whatever it might be. But they downplay it. Now, to this person's credit, they know this is a problem. See, a lot of people out there do this because tall poppy syndrome is such a big part of our culture, and we're so worried about being seen as up ourselves that we squash ourselves down. But this person does realize it's a problem. Why? Because if you constantly talk yourself down, people may start believing it. It can really have an impact on your success. The other thing to know about dismissing or talking yourself down when someone gives you a compliment is it's actually really rude to the compliment giver. And I know that's not your intention when you do it, but this is something to be aware of. When someone gives you some praise or a compliment, they are essentially giving you a gift. And when you bat it away, you're making them feel a bit silly or rubbish for even doing it. And if you're someone who just dismisses compliments all the time, then that compliment giver will end up going, well, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to bother giving them that good feedback or praise because they just shut it down. So unintended consequence of you dismissing compliments can be in a workplace in particular. If you keep shutting that down, then the only feedback you end up getting is the negative feedback because no one's good at taking and accepting praise. So how can we do it better? This is a key skill of assertive communication. How can we accept compliments and praise without big noting ourselves? It is quite complicated, so I want you to stick with me here. Next time someone gives you some praise or a compliment, I want you to try this. Thank you. It's really not hard, is it? It feels awkward the first time you do it, but it is not complicated. Someone says something lovely to you, gives you some great feedback. What you can say is thank you. You might add, thank you, that's a really kind thing to say. Now, notice I'm not saying, thanks, I know, I'm fabulous. You're not falling into that ego trip or big noting. What you are doing is thanking the other person for the gift of that compliment. Even if you disagree with them, you are thanking them for the kindness of saying it to you. Even if that monkey mind is saying, oh, it wasn't really my best work, you don't have to articulate that. Thank you, that is really kind. Of course, the exception to this is if you're getting given praise for something you really didn't do, then you do need to own up to that and say, actually, that wasn't my work. It was Kim who did that work. She's the one who deserves the praise. But if it is great feedback, it can feel awkward, it can feel uncomfortable, but I really urge you to practice this. Thank you, that is a really kind thing to say, because when you do that, not only is it a more assertive response from you, but that compliment giver walks away feeling good about the fact that they went out of their way to say something nice. And that then means they're more likely to walk away going, that felt good, let me find something nice and kind to say about someone else. And it can really create this great vibe of positivity. So give it a crack, accept compliments, and if you have a question that you would like answered, communication, leadership, soft skills, self-management, send it through and I will do my best to answer it for you next week. Cheers.